Hey guys, it's Charlie. It is the 15th of September, Wednesday. I'm reading a poll here from CNN. Only 25% of the people in this country fully trust the government to always do what's right, or mostly do what's right. So that's kind of a skewed poll showing, the headline is kind of titillating. Only 25% of the people trust the government. But when you're asked the question, do you trust the government to always do what's right? That's a pretty easy answer to say no to, because everybody knows, even the sheeple of the nation know that the government doesn't always do the right thing. You see, it's part of the mind, it's part of the psyop, if you will, to joke about the corruption in Washington, just so you anticipate it and expect it and shrug it off. You know they're not always going to do the right thing. What this poll made me think of, though, is the questions that I get and some of the comments that I get on what can we do to affect change in this country. And yeah, there's people who leave comments that are really negative. It's like, hey, you're wasting your time trying to point out the obvious. You're wasting your time trying to wake anybody up because all you're doing is putting out information that's right in front of your face, and everybody that you're talking to already knows it. You're wasting time. Well, I'm going to turn that around and say you're wasting time leaving an obvious comment like that. And the fact of the matter is, you might consider it a waste of time, but I consider it the one true thing I can do to try to affect real change in this country. And that is to wake as many people up as I possibly can by whatever means I can. That's why I put these videos out. That's why I do the radio show. It isn't to gain popularity. It isn't to make money. Trust me, I'm losing money on both of these ventures. So this isn't a popularity contest. This isn't a way to get rich quick. I do what I do for one simple reason. I have no other choice. I can't vote Republican and have a constitutional republic restored in this country. I can't vote for the Democrats and think that the true justice is going to come to the Wall Street criminals who led us down this road of destruction in the first place. I think the only thing that I can do inside the bounds of the law is to try to make more people aware of what's going on in this country, hence Wide Awake Radio, wideawakenews.com. I take news, I try to analyze it the best I can and give you, pull the fluff out of it. And so you have ammunition that you can take and show your friends and family. And I know many of you, thousands of you, use these videos for exactly that purpose. And I know that it's working. So you can take an attitude that we can't change anything and bury your head in the sand and barricade the doors and decide you're going to bug in, bug out, bug off. Whatever you're going to do, you're going to just take care of yourself, and that's fine. That's at least preparing. At least you're awake and you're doing something to take care of yourself. If you feel called to do more, if you think it's your duty to do more, then do it. Figure out what it is that you think you can do to help, and then do it. But the facts are simple. I know that me joining a Tea Party is a failure. Why? Because I've done it. I know that me backing a candidate on a national level like Sarah Palin is a failure. Why? Because it happened right before my very eyes. Even if you have an organic movement in this country like the Tea Party, if those people would have been maybe in the mental state that a lot of you are who are watching this, knowing that the root of all this problem is money, knowing that the root of all the financial problems are the banksters, knowing that the root of all the government's financial problem is the Federal Reserve owned by private bankers, if that would have been in their forethought going forward, they wouldn't have been led down the Sarah Palin, Glenn Beck, Primrose path to the far right wing of the Republican Party. So the next grassroots movement that happens, perhaps we'll have more people who are truly awake to what's going on, how the left-right game is being played. That's why I do what I do, and that's the only way I can see that we're going to have change in this country. The other way is a disastrous way, that it doesn't matter what you do. You can't prepare for it. And that is that we wake up on the backside of this collapse that we're currently in, and we're in a fractured, broken nation with a fractured, broken society. And then it will be the time to bar the doors, because you have anarchy going on in the streets and civil unrest to the point where there's no enforcement of law, and we're broken off into regional black market Mad Max society. if we get to that state, then we've all lost. So, you know, I do appreciate the questions and comments, even the negative ones. And I would challenge you any of you that wanted to leave negative comments saying people like me, Dimcat, Warren, Pollock, Dex over at PaulScan, that we're wasting our time just putting out this information over and over again. Well, I challenge you to make a video of your own. Better yet, come on my radio program. I'll give you all the time you want to talk about your solutions. You know, I mean, there's your invitation. If you have an idea that you're not hearing out here, by all means, I'll give you the format you need to speak your mind. That's all I got.